Yo, what up, guys? It's your boy T-Dub, Mr. Was Blazing the Sports. Yes, of course, guys, I am back at it like a crack addict giving you boxing because this work. No, guys, this is not a replay. This is giving it to you live. If you catch this, go ahead and smash that like button on site. Subscribe to the channel, guys, and let's hit that notification bell so whenever I go live, like Channel 5 and breaking news, you will get it. Um, guys, this fight right here is a fight that it has been conquering my mind for, man, I would guess the last couple of months. Claressa Shields, Savannah, you're talking about people split down the line. And a lot of people is not split down the line because I would guess it's split for different reasons. Let's say that it is split. People have decided to pick sides, I believe, for different reasons for the outcome of the fight. But guys, what I want to do, I want to get into a press conference. I want to react to that. I want to tell you my concerns for this upcoming fight with Claressa Shields and Savannah Marshall. First, I'm going to start off by saying this, guys. I have a great respect for what both of these ladies can do, what they have done in the ring, what they have done as amateurs, what they are doing as pros. And I am beyond happy that we can have this debate on who's going to win because they actually made the fight. Yes, they made the fight. And guys, there was the trainer, the black guy, the press conference for one of the undercourt fight, and he said something that that I could not really deny. He was saying, he says, who's making the fights? He said these guys, the guys are basically not trying to fight each other. They trying to fight basically a lesser opponent to get an easy win and not fight the point that people want to see them fight. But the women are fighting each other. And listen, I could not say that's not true. I could not say it. It is too many times that we are teased with big fights, better fights that should be made, and we always get another option. We always get option B when we didn't even ask for option B. It's always been something where the reason they don't want to fight the other guy is who is he fought? He ain't beat nobody. He ain't done this. He got to march through hell and back before I fight him. But yet they go and pick somebody that you don't even know. And then the fans of these men, they say exactly what the fighters say and they go off with it. He ain't fought nobody. He need to build his resume. But yet they go and fight somebody who don't even have a built resume, who don't even offer them a title. It's crazy. Um, and that's why, I say this. What the women is doing, they they are building women's boxing. Women's boxing for a lot of men. Um, we didn't think about it like that, right? We saw some fights pass. Can't remember a lot of them. Heard of some really good boxers, but we didn't really care about it like that. I gotta say this, man. A big, a big thanks and prop gotta go to Claressa Shields because when Claressa Shields came out, hitting the way she's hitting, talking the way she's talking, it brought a lot of attention to women boxing. And even though she was fighting people that were champions, a lot of people didn't know the people she was fighting was champions until they was the Claressa Shields opponent. And then it made you research who those people were and what were they a champion of. Now, I'm not saying all of it's Claressa, but I gotta say this. She is a huge part of women boxing being so popular. And then you look at people like Katie Taylor, right? Toronto. You look at all of these crews, right? You need to learn all of these female boxers and what they go through. And no matter what happens in the ring, they are giving they all just like anybody. And then you learn to appreciate the goddamn, I've been missing out on a great kept secret. That really wasn't a secret. I just didn't open my eyes and look that way. Um, and I'm happy these women boxers are getting their shine. They're gonna make history this weekend in London. Again, I'm glad that Clarissa and Savannah are a huge part of that, and the people put the undercard together. But I want to get back to the main event. Hope you guys smash the like button right now, because your boy T Dub, guys, your boy T Dub has put on weight. I'm trying to say nicely that I'm fat. You know what I'm talking about? You know you're fat when your pants fit too tight, but for some reason they're tight, but they still trying to come down. Like, what do you mean you tight? That means you should stay up. You should be gripping me like vice grips, seat clamps. But every time I take a step, you trying to come down. But you know what? Instead of me taking my break, going out, going to this gym next door, getting that work in, getting that sweat in, trying to chisel that chest that ain't chiseled no more, I like, let me talk to the people. And that's what we're gonna do. Let's talk. Hopefully, God, this wind ain't too much. And if you cannot hear me good, please let me know. All right, so let's get to it, man. During this press conference between Claressa Shields and Savannah Marshall, um, I wasn't disappointed. I was entertained. Anytime these two ladies are in the same place, when they are having to answer questions about each other, I am entertained. You see a lot. You see the confidence in Claressa Shields, but a lot of time it is looked at as arrogant. Look at arrogance, arrogant. Um, Looked at as just being a shit talker. Somebody got loudmouth. But when you see Savannah Marshall, who talked just as much shit, she's just as much cocky or confident, however you want to look at. She just don't get those same labels as Claressa. I mean, Claressa had an amazing point, and I can't even, regurgitate it word for word what she said. But she was saying he would talk about me and what I say, but I had nothing but respect for Savannah Marshall because when she had to get a win for me to even make it to the Olympics, I wouldn't thank her. I have nothing but respect for her. But she caught me off guard when after my fight and I won, and I'm expecting her to come up and say something like good fight or something. She come up talking about, you fight me like that, I'll walk you here and drag you here. It, People respect me to have respect for her when she didn't even have respect for me. I mean, she pointed out honestly those double standards. It was such a mic drop moment. And that mic drop moment was for the crowd. That wasn't even for Savannah. The mic drop moment was for the crowd. Because when she said that, that dropped on the crowd. It showed how that crowd is hypocrite. It showed how when Claressa Shields talking smack and talking confident, she can look at as loudmouth and this and arrogant. But when Savannah, who does the same thing, she's not as good at Claressa, but she does the same thing. They called her humbled. Listen, I tell you, man. I'm gonna get into this press conference, guy. Listen, we're gonna talk a little bit. I'm talking and I'm walking. I came to get my lifting in. I bought some gym clothes, left them upstairs. I'm like, you know what, man? I gotta feed the streets. I gotta feed the streets. So I made a quick. Somebody just drove past and looking at me. They're like, this guy might be crazy because I'm animated. Like when I'm talking to you guys, y'all might just think I'm talking normal, but I'm like head up, flexing, feed the streets. And the white dude, white car drove past me looking like, is he okay? uh, oh, what's up with the champ? DH in the building. How you doing, big dog? Sierra X apparently fight is off. I haven't heard that. DH facts. Let's get it, man. So in this press conference, I'm gonna try to see if I can get a couple of things that really caught my attention. I believe it was on Savannah Marshall's side, where it was a guy. He was trying to be, I say, slick and down Claressa while trying to appear to uplift Claressa at the same time. So the guy said something like, because Claressa was like, listen, every person that Savannah fought, they was all bums. I could pull up a box rec right now and go down the line of the bombs. And if I fought them same bombs, I'd have knocked them out too. Like Claressa be snapping. Uh, and then the guy was like, "Well, listen, guy, let's just face it." He said, all these ladies out here, they're bombs, and these are the two best ones right here, and that's why we have to fight. Clarissa said, "Whoa, whoa, 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 whoa! No, they're not. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that." He said, basically, she went up in two or three different divisions, and she fought champions, really good fighters that that are great women fighters, and she wouldn't call them bombs. Now that was quick, very quick thinking about Clarissa. I know a lot of people would have caught that. Some people would have been like, "Yeah, he said I'm the best. I'll just roll with that." But she caught on to that because what he was doing was he was watering down her accomplishment, her resume, by saying everybody she fought was I'm sorry, everyone she fought was bomb. That's a straight hit at her resume and her accomplishment. That means that the division she went up and down and won undisputed in, you just call all them lady bombs. And to be honest, I am with Clarissa. I 100% disagree. I mean, when you look at the women out there, like I said, Cruz, Amanda Serrano, Katie Taylor. Oh, and I gotta get back to Katie Taylor too. Nothing but respect for her, but I want to go off what somebody said. Matter of fact, let me say it right now. Let me finish this thought, and I'm gonna go to that next, and I'm gonna get back to my thought. So basically, the guy was trying to take a shot at Clarissa. Basically, if you say Savannah ain't did nothing, you ain't did nothing too. I admit you good, and I admit Savannah good, but everybody else is trash. That way, you're trying to basically put Savannah and Clarissa on the same playing field when we both know that's not true. My boy American Pastor Trump in the building, what it does. All right. So after the press conference, it was this black guy, can't think of his name. Um, he said that, no, I don't believe Clarissa is the quote. No, not at all. I don't believe she's the quote. I believe Kitty Taylor is the quote. Now, here's my thing. Um, Much respect for Katie Taylor and everything she accomplished. I have nothing but nice things to say about her. I am not going to say anything negative about her. It's just strictly for Clarissa Shield. Clarissa Shield has went in, I believe, two divisions, and she became undisputed in two divisions. And this is a third. If she went against Savannah Marshall, this should be a third division and become undisputed. If you're telling me that if she went to three divisions, no losses, and she undisputed, and she's not the GOAT, and Katie Taylor is the GOAT, you just let me know that there's nothing that Clarissa could ever do in your mind to be the GOAT. There's nothing. There's nothing she can do outside of you saying, well, if she go and fight Terrence Crawford or Earl Spence, you just said there's nothing she can do. This woman, I mean, three different divisions, three undisputed titles. That means she got all the belts. There's nothing more she can do. Because anybody, I don't know what more you can do from there. You can keep fighting, yes. Your career still goes on, yes. But it is hard topping that. If there was a man that done that, I mean, I think they'd look at them completely different. Maybe, I don't know, maybe if he fit the description of the people they want to give it to. But again, I take nothing away from Katie Taylor. I think Katie Taylor is a hell of a fighter. She got a hell of a heart. She keeps fighting, and like the fight with Amanda. Like I said, man, I thought Katie was gonna get beat at first, and then she came back and battled back and made some adjustments to get that win to show that at least that she's a better boxer than Amanda. But when it comes to Clarissa, honestly, I gotta give it to Clarissa. I gotta give it to her right now. And this is something that I wasn't on board with giving to her immediately when she first started doing it. But as she continually to get titles and get in different divisions and become an undisputed, I have no choice but to recognize what she can do. Smash that like button, yes sir. Let's get it. So uh, let me tell you some things that worry me when it comes to Claressa Shields fighting Savannah Marshall. Because during this press conference and interviews afterward, everybody keeps talking about getting a controversial decision, controversial win, controversial law. She is fighting in the UK, in London. And there's this London people talking about her getting a controversial decision, probably not her way. Because I bet you, I am willing to bet every penny I would save on my kids that you is not going to see a controversial decision to go against Savannah Marshall. Hell no. Ain't no way. Nope. There's not going to be a decision where you thought Savannah Marshall clearly beat Claressa and they gave it to Claressa. Nope. Nuh-uh. Mm-mm. Nope. Like, nope. MC Hammer can't touch this. Nope. That that is only going to go one way. If there's a controversial decision, it's going to go against Claressa, not in favor of Claressa. And they keep talking about it. You know what that tells you? That tells you that they recognize that there are controversial decisions. Basically saying is the wrong person won. That's what it is. And one reporter had the nerve, man, like I said, man, disrespectful with it. You know, talking about the rematch clause, saying, Claressa, uh, if you lose and when you lose, will you rematch Savannah? Like, man, who asked somebody some stuff like that? Who? I mean, you got an extreme bias person asking that question. If you lose and when you lose, like how do you expect to fight it? And the thing about it is, I don't think Claressa clearly heard what he said because it sounded like she was confused. Like, huh? Are you saying there's a rematch clause? She didn't catch what this guy said. If you lose and when you lose, because I think her coach or somebody over there said she ain't gonna answer that, but she answered something towards the rematch, but she didn't actually answer that right, that particular thing. American Pride Travel says, and the Queen just done is stacked against her, but she prevailed. And first of all, man, like, yeah, that's sad news. I literally just heard about that as well. I believe she was around 96 years old. I'm not sure. Um, Again, man, I have only know good things about the Queen, and I know that's a blow to the country. That's a blow to her family. Even though this day gonna come, it's just a blow. You know, so definitely my condolences to the the Queen family uh, for sure. But uh, I you got to think about with sports things of politics. You know, they would love to say, after the Queen passed, we get Savannah beating Claressa. Man, if you think they're not going to use this stuff, if you think these judges is not going to come into this fight with Claressa Shields down 2 to 3 rounds off top, you out your mind. If there is a swing round, Savannah going to get it. If the first round is a fill out round, Savannah's going to get it. That's what it is. Claressa, well, if it's a 50-50 fight at the end of 12, Claressa loses. If it's a 60-40 fight where you think Claressa should win, Claressa loses. Claressa don't even, well, in my mind, I don't think she even have a chance to win unless she dominate a minimum of 70% of the time. And at that point, you'll get a split decision. And that split decision could go either way. You will hope it's a split decision for Claressa if she dominates 70% of the fight. But it can go either way. Anything above 70%, then I think they have no choice but to give it to her. But guys, listen, when I look at this fight and I analyze that Savannah Marshall is really good at long range. She has a great jab, she is tall, and she will stretch out with them shots, and she'll hurt you. She will hurt you. But Claressa, in my opinion, she operates very, very good on the inside. I mean, like if Claressa should get inside, let them hands go, and step over to the side. I would do that all night. I would not go backwards because if you shorter people can get hit when they pull them back. I will let them shots go. If I want to get out, I will move out left, circle right, and move out with that jab. Guys, I believe that that's probably what Clarissa's going to do. Because remember, when you're a shorter fighter, you got to get on side. I pray to God that she don't get the same rep that AJ had with Parker. Listen, guys, we already seen it. Parker still a better advantage if he got inside because he's a shorter fighter. Every time Parker tried to get inside, referee told him, Parker, ain't no parking here. You put that shit in reverse. You bag up into AJ range of punching. You fight at his range. That way he can clip you trying to come in. And like I said, man, I was talking to my brother, Bob. And Bob, he was saying that, Clarissa really confident that she could take this fight, dominate this fight. That's why she took it in England. And I believe she is. And I love that confidence from Clarissa. I'm glad she has it. Uh, Shout out to Ace in the building. He said there's going to be no fight. Oh, they stopped it? Oh, did they stop it? The queen just died, and it's 10 days or so of mourning. Ah, okay. All right. See, I did saw she died, but I didn't know what they did about the fight. All right. So they're probably going to push the fight out for at least a couple weeks. And I get that. That's nothing but respect. I get that. Which, these ladies go back to training, um, probably do something again in 2 weeks from now. Uh, Guys, listen, I got my headphones on. I got to watch what I'm saying, man. I got these ladies walking right behind me. Um, so, yeah, okay. So I can see that, and I'm not mad about it, you know, that they pushing it off. The fight is canceled from now. It just be pushed off. These ladies are still locked and loaded. This fight has to happen. It's just not gonna happen right now. Right now, I mean, the queen. She was reigning for what, like 76 years. I think she took over when she was 25 years old. I don't know a lot of history, but I think when her father passed, I think she took over around 25 years old, and she been on top. And from and like I said, from everything I heard about her, man, like she was a really good woman. I remember Snoop Dogg was talking about. He said, "Hey, I went over to England. And they were trying to do all these things to me and get me out the country." And he said, "Guess who spoke up for me?" He said, "The Queen." You know what I'm saying? So, like this is a blow, man. This is a blow for the country. I get it, and they got to do whatever they need to do um, to help themselves heal from this blow. They got to go through a lot, so I get it. When they get done going through it, and it seems like people are really ready to, resume back to a normal life and normal business. This fight gonna be right back there again. It's gonna be right back there again, and everything I'm saying now is going to apply 2 weeks from now or 3 weeks. It doesn't matter. It's still going to apply. The fact is, when Savannah Marshall and uh, Claressa Shields fight, everything I am seeing right now will apply. Claressa Shields is fighting a uphill battle. I remember Savannah Marshall. I guess he said something about I didn't even hear Claressa Shields play a race court at all, but I heard she said something like, Claressa and talking about, races don't belong in boxing, something like that. Again, I never heard Claressa play the race court. I did hear her say that she felt like she got cheated when she fought her, and she felt like the judges and the ref was against her when she fought Savannah as an amateur at 16 years old, looking like a I'm not gonna lie, 16-year-old Claressa Shield would have been champion still if she would have fought as a pro at 16. Listen, I might be jumping the gun, like a starting a race. I might be jumping the gun, but From what I saw, Clarissa Shields in that one in that fight against Savannah, listen, she would have put hands and feet on some of the people she beat now. She just got nothing but better. She was good then. She just critiqued her skills. Let's see. I said, I'm sorry. Hold on. I was looking forward to the fight. It came at a bad time for us. Queen Elizabeth, 70 of years. I thought it'd be like 76 years, something like that. Rest in peace, Queen. Yep, rest in peace for sure. Queen just died. Yeah, like again, man. Listen, I don't play about stuff like that, man. I do not play about stuff like that. That was, part of the most loved, you know, um, Queen, at least, in my time, or in the time probably before that, maybe. So, and like I said, I heard nothing but good things. Like even though these times are gonna come, you never ready for something like this. You've never, knowing what she meant to the country, meant to the people. Like I said, I take my ass off. Again, I take my head off. But and from hearing from you guys that they pushed the fight back, but when they push the fight back, the fight's still gonna happen. It's still gonna happen. This ain't gonna happen right now. It's still gonna happen. And when it happened, my concerns is that Clarissa is going into a fight that's going to be a little bit handicapped. If she, you cannot tell me that if you don't have that feeling. You know why Savannah is a little bit confident? You know why she's confident? Because think about this, guys. The fight between Savannah Marshall and Claressa Shields, and as an amateur, it was on the internet. Out of nowhere, it completely disappeared from the internet. And then Sky Sports got the fight, probably from Clarissa, and they put it on YouTube. And when they put it on YouTube, people were saying that they felt Clarissa won the fight. It was messing up bookie money. It was messing up gambling. They, somebody must say, "Hey, this is messing up our money, man. Get that off." And they did get it off. They took it down again. You got to ask yourself, if Savannah beat Clarissa clearly, and Clarissa has had a dominant professional career, it would be in their favor and the booking favor to show the video. So he said, so Savannah, yeah, see, I beat her and I beat her clear, and I'm gonna do it again. And Clarissa like, well, I don't think so, but I'm a better fighter now as a pro, and I'm undisputed in two different weight classes. But when you tell me when they take that thing all the way off, they take it to where you can't see. Any YouTuber put it up, they getting flagged. That channel getting strikes. And I ain't talking about bowling. It's the game they play here. Man, I thought Clarissa won when I watched that fight. I thought she won. What the one thing I should have done, but I didn't do, I should have downloaded that fight. So in case some people didn't see it, do it like a little private thing on Facebook or something. Come over, do a private screening so people who hasn't saw it. So I mean, it'll only be my day ones. It'll only be the day ones because I can't trust everybody. I can't say here's a whole link to all YouTube. No, they're gonna find a way to flag me on YouTube. They'll come after me. But moderators and um uh what is it about members and stuff like that, and people that I know come to the chat a lot. I definitely would show it because I feel like I know you guys. Let me see what we got. He said, "What when it happens, the GOAT would beat." He said Samuel Marshall. Uh, the rest except Henry and Megan are no good. Let's see. Yes, that might be possible, but Katie will cause problems. All right. So, man, I'm already walking out. Uh-oh. We'll see, guys, man. These same ladies are walking by me again. I gotta watch what I'm saying. TW getting crazy sometimes. But you know what I'm saying? So they trying to get the exercise in. It's all good. But my thing is, and I get that Clarissa's confident. She won a medal, a gold medal in London. I get it. But London is still for Savannah. She is going into that fight down on the scorecard. Savannah is, I think, the confidence. A lot of the confidence that she got is that she know that judging, the crowd, and the referee is on her side. So if she is struggling with Claressa, as long as she is not knocked out, stopped, dropped multiple times, she can still come out to be the winner. That gives her confidence. So because if she feel like she's losing, but she's standing upright and landing some shots, she has a confidence. And even if she felt she lost in her heart, and if they say a split decision and no, and say Savannah Marshall, she's going to celebrate. That's why. Why do you think Savannah didn't come to the USA? Why you think like, this fight could have been anywhere? USA, Mexico, Saudi Arabia, it could have been anywhere. Why do you think she only took it in? And then the thing about it is, she really tried to get it in her backyard. She wanted really in her backyard. You know, like again, man, I love Clarissa got this confidence because she's gonna need it. She can't go into this fight thinking like I'm thinking. She can't go in this fight thinking that I can be robbed on the scorecards. She can't think like that. So, and I hope because I've been hearing her talking about, if you want to bang with me, you don't want to get hurt. I do not want Clarissa going into this fight trying to bang because Savannah Marshall can't punch. And sometimes fighters want to go into a fight to try to prove that they can do something better than another person. If you try to prove that Savannah Marshall don't really hit hard and you got a chin, you can get clipped. If you're trying to prove that you can exchange with Savannah Marshall and her, you can get hurt. He said if it was up north, it would be different. But like I said, man, like I said, this fight is stayed in favor of Savannah. That's just what it is. Because anybody else that watched this fight, um, that watched know these fighters, seen the first fight, watched both fighters as a professional, you would think Claressa Shield would get the big. But guys, I'm not gonna hold you guys up too much, man. First of all, again, man, rest in peace to the Queen. Um, the only one that I've known since I've been alive. She's reigned longer than my current life of living on this earth. Um, again, man, it's a big blow. It's a huge blow, in the country deserve to take whatever time they need to grieve and deal with this blow, because it is. Once everything is settled, once people are ready to return back to normal life, this fight will be back on and crack. Guys, I can't wait. I hope you guys stay with me and rock out with me because I'm gonna do what I can to cover that fight. And so I can talk about it with you guys. I really hope it doesn't clash with anything else that's big going on, or possibly, this is in the UK, if there's a big fight in the USA going on, it'll be two different times. It's your boy T Dub, Mr. What's Blazing in Sports. Salute to my boy American Proud to Travel. Ace 99 in the building. Till next time, here it is. What's Blazing in Sports.